Dream Team's all right with me. Dream Team's all right. Oh, yeah. I'm Roy. I coach Destroy. This is Warn Dog.
Coach of the Warn Dogs.
This is Calvin.
Calvin, coach of the Calvin, okay.
When I said Dream Team's all right with me, I'm actually lying, and it's not even just because I'm wearing this. We'll go around the grounds. Warn Dog, how did you go?
Around the grounds, and I ended up top of the tree, back where I belong. Ended up with a 22.08, so I'm pretty happy with that. After it was a pretty tough round, really. Like, there was a few things that didn't go people's ways, like things like Lewis Stevenson ended up coming in for Jasper Pittard and stuff like that. So I fell in a good way, but we all scored pretty well. Calvin, yours was pretty good too.
I was solid, dog. Solid. I was like the meat in the sandwich. Dog was on top, we're in the middle, Destroy underneath. So yeah, I was reasonably happy how I went. Roy, how'd you go?
Yeah, not very well again. Got about 20.80, I think, off the top of my head. I don't really have a good look at it. Yeah, just a crap team with a crap score. So that's basically it for me. Once again, though, Workwear Hub, we're getting pretty tight here. I've got their vest on again, and yeah, still looking sharp.
Now, I've got a lookalike.
Oh,
I found a lookalike for you again.
Well, I hope you've looked into next week's as well.
Check into this one.
This is
this
getting
one.
old already. Oh,
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Little leprechaun found your pot of gold.
Yeah, awesome. Found a couple of pots of gold in my omissions this week as well.
Did you
So,
just?
yeah, it's going really well for me.
While we are chatting about Workwear Hub, we do have another competition. Every 2 weeks we do have a competition from them. And this week it is a fantastic one. You can win a sensational jacket thanks to Cat. Calvin, whack your little bean on. Look at your little cat beanie.
Covers
Fantastic.
me grey hairs, dog.
We've all got one each. These are fantastic. Choppers even
Bloody
got
hell,
one on
that's
there.
warm.
They're good
looks
beanies.
good.
But you can get an even warmer jacket if you can win our competition. And
They're amazing jackets.
They are amazing.
so here is a from Christy. She's going to let you know exactly what you need to do.
Hey guys, it's Christy here from the Workwear Hub. This week you have the opportunity of winning this fantastic cat jacket. All you have to do is let us know what your back page headline would be for your dream team this weekend. Entries close 6 p.m. Monday and the winner will be announced live Thursday on DT Talk Live. So get fired up and start tweeting. Hey guys, it's Christy here from the Workwear.
Thank you, Christy. So get your DT headlines in. So hashtag that, hashtag DT headline. Make sure you do that. That's very important so we can find the best one.
I've got the best
and
one
you've got to
here.
have at DT Talk and at Workwear Hub in that too. Calvin, what's yours?
Heppell, Gibbs, Roy, backline pain.
Oh, that is brilliant.
That's bloody hilarious.
No, you could use that and that'd probably win you the comp.
Yep.
Guess what? I don't have Heppell or Gibbs.
Not anymore.
No, cockheads.
Calvin, let's get positive.
Okay.
Who you got for the Golden Star?
This week's Golden Starry, my boy, and I think he's your boy,
Oh, not if he's going well.
Sam Mays.
Oh,
Rip
amazing. I do have him.
Amazing. That
Yes.
could be a headline.
Yeah, well, I
Good
thought
one.
that.
He scored 111. It was only on Melbourne, but he still
Doesn't
scored
matter.
111. Look, that was his third game, so he's rocketed up in price, 48% of the vote, and he just pipped out Jagger, 19%, who ripped it up as well.
Yeah, he did.
And Nick Reaver. That was an interesting guy to have in there who came third in the Golden Stubby. So, Maisie, you're on my field again. Don't let me down.
Do you know what he does? He works hard to get open marks,
Yeah,
Mays.
that's
He's
what I
a
like,
very
Roy.
good player. Yep. Excellent work. Let's have a look at the teams, fellas.
All right.
Starting off with the Pies versus Saints. Crackhaw's back in.
Was he?
Cracker's back in. Witts is playing his first game, and Ben Kennedy as well, also named. Tom Lee is out for the Sainters.
Oh, it's my
Couple of
footy
people
tips team.
Yeah.
It's my footy tips team,
Yep,
right?
yep, he's in everyone's footy tips team, I reckon.
Bugger.
No, he's out as well, so feeling sorry for people that picked him up. Promised a lot, shown very little. Essendon versus GWS. They must rate him pretty highly.
Straight back in.
Straight back in
I didn't
on
think
the
that
back
was
of
going
that.
to happen.
No way.
Probably helps that it is against GWS, but
Should help his scoring too if you've hung on to him.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's a good one. Winderling, they're obviously treading very carefully with him.
what's he played to?
Yeah, and there were people on the back of his big 100 talking about potentially getting him
Well,
in.
maybe just wait because we've got another week to wait, possibly.
Well, we do, but he's going to be resting every fortnight by the look of it.
Yeah.
Heppell,
Oh gosh.
he's not a little kid anymore. You do not have to rest him. What's he been in the system? 3 years now. He doesn't need a rest.
He
What
doesn't.
have they called it? A little groin. He had a little pull.
So-
He's had a little pull of his groin.
He starts our back pain. This episode has been, I think, basically sponsored by Nurofen back pain. So
It certainly has.
Yeah.
And here we are. I'm trying to be all up and about and
I can
positive
see
about
that,
this
Roy.
shit. I'm actually that close to quitting. For GWS, Halpy, my old boy from Carlton. He's been playing quite well. He's hurt himself.
Oh.
He's out. This guy is just about one of the players I want to kill the most in my team. Whitfield. Yep, if that's what... I'm about at that point. I could.
Okay.
Whitfield, he's out. He's sore, apparently.
Sore.
Yeah.
What, maybe him
his
and Heppell
hands
got
aren't
together?
sore because he's not putting his hands on it very much. Core, Irishman.
Oh.
Yeah, Irishman's
Arr.
in 125,000. Could be the end of some of your back pain if you are willing to take a massive gamble. But you have a look at Pierce Hanley. If he's had a bit of a word to him, how to get a kick back there.
Definitely.
Yeah, Irishman, fellow Irishman.
Yep.
I know they play for different teams. I'm not that shit. Okay, I've also got North Melbourne and Port. Another potential answer to backline pain. I don't know if this has got Vest written all over it, but Sierakowski.
Yeah.
Anyone know anything about him?
I know he's mature age.
Yeah, I know
And
he's
I know
about
I
He
can't-
22.
played at Hawthorn.
Yeah,
He was,
or
on,
he
their,
was at
well, he
least-
was on their list.
He trained
anyway.
with them.
Yeah.
So
He's
he's...
got to stand next to
He
Hodge in the
sounds
shower.
like,
sure.
sounds like
Oh,
he should
yeah.
be working in a kebab shop.
Sierakowski?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Huh.
He's 108,000. Anyway, could be a little downgrade there. Help you out. Anthony is out. For Port, Mitchell. Kane Mitchell.
The Black Knight, the Dark Knight.
He's back. He's back in. So, long-term injury last week, and the big fella has been re-elevated and put straight back into a green vest, like myself, I reckon. That's me done.
Do you
I hope
reckon
that
it
was
was?
cheerful.
Well, here's the thing. I thought that maybe he won't get in the green vest this week because did you hear Ken Hinkley
Yeah.
is sick? He's not
Yeah.
going to go there. So
Oh.
maybe, just
Mitchell's
maybe,
happy.
Mitchell's going.
Yeah, he is.
You beauty. I reckon he bloody put something in his food to try to get himself out of the vest.
Probably.
Now,
Probably.
I've got the next one. I'm going to try to read my teams with maybe less anger. Roy.
Well, go for it. I
gonna
would too
try.
if I was kissed on the dick
Oh,
like you were.
not! How could you say that? Adelaide versus
Have you got
Hawthorn.
Heppell? No, because he's actually a good player.
Oh my god. Look at your vest.
Yeah.
Right.
Kissed on the dick. That's what I'm
Porks,
talking about.
McKernan and Lyons comes in. Look, he had 3 games in last year. He's 185k. You wouldn't look at him unless he smashes it out of the park. Hawthorn, Simpkin and Sue are in. Rioli is out injured. A lengthy injury as well.
Oh, footy
It's
tips.
Quite a big one, yeah.
Ultimate footy.
Yeah, fix that up. And Savage has been omitted. Now, for Adelaide, I didn't cover this one. Tex is obviously out, as we all know. But so is the guy that everyone was looking at maybe as a possible guy to get in as a rookie, and that's that Laird.
Yeah.
Didn't get a 3rd game. So if you've done that trade during the week, you better reverse it. Richmond Geelong, Chaplin Morris King, Hellbig out. I just like saying his name. Hellbig.
Sounds huge.
It does. Geelong, Chappie. There
He's
you
back.
go. Here you go.
There's some good news.
There you go.
Wow.
Chappie's back in. Roy's pretty happy, and so
I'll
is
take
Tom
that
Hawke.
70 to 80.
And Rivers and Caddy
Sweet.
is out. Corey Enright plays his 250th.
It's good.
There you go, little side.
He's a
liner.
game.
Yep.
Oh,
Been a
he
former
was in the
Dream Team
past, wasn't
superstar
he?
for
You're
Yeah.
all right now, ain't you?
Oh, well, Chappie's back.
Yeah, I might have more good news for you. Gold Coast, Fremantle. I reckon the big one here, well, Jesse Lonigan, our Lonnie boy.
our boy.
Our Lonnie boy,
Jess.
Jesse back. But Harley Burnell comes in. I
player.
reckon he's now more of a chance of getting a Crowley tag
Ooh.
than Ablett. Won't change my rankings though. We'll talk about that later. But my boy Hutchins is out.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh.
Are you all right
Bit
with
of
this?
pain for Calvinator.
What? Does he play AFL?
Oh my god. Fremantle.
About an hour ago, Roy goes, geez, I hope Hutchins is out because you get
like
kissed
just
on the
cursed
dick.
me like I have been kissed. Duffy, Crozier, Sutcliffe and Silvani, who comes in for his first game, they're all in. And Fifey, suspended, is out for 2 weeks. Now, Dog, you said it was a stupid challenge. I didn't actually see the incident.
Oh, it was kicking. It was, of course, bloody bad.
Oh, I did see it. He sort of rocked back and judo kicked.
Yeah,
he
done.
just had 2 weeks.
That's why it didn't work for him.
Sunday teams.
Oh, Sunday teams. Nice and quick with these ones because they're all extended benches. Mitch Morton's getting a game. He's played 1 for the year, only had 31, so he's not going to be a pretty option at 164k, but he is an option possibly for some people.
Yep.
Jed Lamb gets his first game. He's $108,000. I've seen him in a few of my kids' teams actually at school.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Probably he did have a couple of
he was
games
good
in the NAB, so
yeah.
he was all right there. He's sitting there. Watch him for a couple of weeks because he's a forward that you can get in. Brisbane. Hanley, as we mentioned there, might help some people with their back pain. Could be an option to get in as well.
Yeah.
And you see people like that, Paparoni keeps a spot. But the big one, which is negative back pain, getting that back again, is old mate Docherty has been dropped. So interesting too. And that's what surprised me about it a little bit, that it is an extended bench team. And he's been dropped straight up. Dropped straight up. Anyway, all right, next game is Carlton versus Melbourne. Carlton, as we've seen all week and we've all been hearing about, is that Bryce Gibbs probably started our back pain the other day. So he is, he's our man there that is out.
How long's he out for?
Well, they're saying 1 week, and it's all precautionary because it's a slight little something.
Pussy
strain.
tear.
Yeah. However, well, they are only playing Melbourne, but how many hamstrings are just that 1 week?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And when in doubt, they're going to rest him another one. But
I'll tell you whose was 1 week. Chapman last week.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes. Yep.
It was too.
Late withdrawal for Chappie then this week. All right. So the other one for Carlton there that's worth thinking about is that Jared Kachia, is that how we say his name?
Oh,
Kachia.
That's how you
Cashing
do
in.
it. He's having his first game, so another one to watch. Obviously, don't jump on him this week or right now because we don't even know if he's got a game fully yet. Melbourne, Dean Kent, he's a $100,000 midfielder.
Dean Kemp?
Kent.
I thought you said Dean Kemp. I thought he played on the
He's back. Well, Melbourne are in that much trouble. They can nearly get him out of retirement.
Repeat a sewage.
He's in, so there's one to watch. Mark Jamar is out, and that affects my ultimate footy team because he's been a pretty
Your
solid
ultimate
starting-
footy team's taken a few hits.
It has. Jack Watts has done his hamstring, and if you didn't get rid of him when he was first dropped and you kept him, that actually hurts really badly.
That's
so
very unlucky.
feeling for you there, and that could be some more backline for some people. Last game of the round is West Coast and Western Bulldogs, and the big ones there, Nick Nat is back. Don't know if I believe that he'll play as yet. He's a fair chance to play. It's all been talked up that he will. Other guys that are coming in is Rosa as well, and also Sharad Wellingham. That might change a bit of stuff. And a guy like Scott Selwood, if Sharad Wellingham is back and coming in to do some jobs, that makes Scott Selwood a much better option. However, he's been awesome anyway.
He's been amazing
for this season. So for the Bulldogs, Brett Goods is the only real name there for us to think about. We all knew about that. That was another kuchink, a back pain guy, because he's been suspended for 2 weeks, so he's accepted that.
I haven't, but he has.
That's it. So they're the teams. Lot of issues, boys. A lot of issues.
There are.
Do we want to talk about some of those back issues now?
Well, I guess so. The first one, obviously, most good teams, other than this awesome team over here, have Gibbs and Heppell, probably the two best backs, arguably with Goddard obviously in the mix as well.
Grimesy.
What do you do there? They both look like being 1 week.
Yeah.
You've got to try to trade around them and keep them if you can.
Well, it's new school dream teaming, and this is, if a lot of people would have both. I think you need to get rid of one of those.
Right.
For me, it would be Gibbs. I think there's more risk in Gibbs.
And he's averaging 10 or 11 less.
Exactly. That's another point of that. So I think if you've got both of those, at least one of them has to go because you fall too far off the pace. And not rubbing it in, Roy, but you're back.
There's no coming back.
You're back a long way, and if you're trying just to, get those bench guys to look after you for the week, and this week it's going to be tough for a lot of people because I reckon we'd all have at least 3 defenders out. You're not going to be able to catch up very fast. So I think trading and keeping your position or trying to advance your position is really important. So one of those premiums does have to go.
As we talked about over the last few weeks, I'm off the pace too. Let's not forget. I'm only about 70 points ahead of you.
I was just trying to make you feel good about yourself.
Thanks. If you're off the pace now, it's going to be so much harder for us to catch up.
No, I'll tell you, it's actually impossible now.
It's impossible.
So I'm a bit concerned about these extra trades keeping people interested because now people like me have no interest.
Well, I know, because we are patching up problems, whereas someone who's sitting back there who doesn't have Gibbs or doesn't have Heppell, that's actually cruising along pretty well, they are cashing in rookies, making money while everyone else is patching up issues.
So the thing is,
I'll argue that there wouldn't be many people doing any luxury trades this week. If you are, you've been kissed on the...
Oh, mega, definitely. There's not many people... You're not up there in the rankings.
On Sunday night, people were going, I'm trading out Westhoff
Yeah,
and getting in
I know.
Stevie J
Isn't that
and all that sort of
frustrating?
thing. And
Isn't
so
that frustrating?
that would have been great for all those people that did that. Westhoff's now sitting on 150-odd break even.
Yeah.
He's not going to get that. I'll put
He's
it
nearly
out there
got it
right
2 or
now.
3 times this year.
I'll put it out there right now and say he won't get that. He's a massive chance to go down a little bit, and you've missed out on that Stevie J boat because he's gone up. Unless you go spend some cash.
And that's the thing with him, but you just can't. That's something I want to do this week.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that, but you just can't.
No.
You've got other rubbish to patch up. Whereas someone like a Daisy Thomas, who is floating down, I'll be more than happy to get rid of Westhoff for that.
Yeah.
Unless Westhoff smashes out again, and last week's game was a one-off. Like he's had some really good scores.
Yeah, he has.
So he's got another week really to prove himself. Otherwise, see ya.
Backs are interesting. What isn't though? No, what is probably more interesting?
What?
Captains.
Oh, yeah.
What's that? The pig.
The pig
Vice
has been
captain
so
pig.
prominent this week. How do you get him off the number 1? You can't, can you? How'd you go last week? Not too bad. Yes, he actually said that.
I can make him talk. Right, listen. 62% of DT Talk, well, readers, I'm assuming that read my article, of course you would, are going with Swanee this week. That's massive. You don't usually see it that high, especially when Ablett played Fremantle last time for 175.
Massive.
And I remember we jumped on him that week. Now, he didn't play, I'm talking Ablett here, he didn't play against Fremantle last year.
No.
Huge concern, because when he had that 175, he was tagged by Reece Palmer. Right?
Yeah.
Crowley sort of drifted off elsewhere. I think Crowley is a big chance to go to Harley Bennell.
Harley.
Right?
Yeah.
Because he's such a dangerous player. Of course, Gaz is, but they've come out during the week and said that Gaz is untaggable. They said,
massively to say.
what are you going to do?
Yeah.
However, Crowley has had some big scalps this year. Delidio 83, Mitchell 88, Stanton 109, probably not a win for him. Griffin 75, Shuey's 52. So he will shut dudes down.
Yep.
But it's whether or not he can shut down the big man. That's the big one. Yeah. So because of that slight risk, Gaz has to go to number 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
We'll get back to Swanee. I do like Mark Murphy against Melbourne. Right.
Yeah.
He had a big score on him last year. It was like a 140 something odd, and he had another one that wasn't great. But everyone scores well against Melbourne. Rocky did last week. I do like Stevie J. Comes in at my number 5. He had 141 last week. Averages 125 on Richmond in his last 3.
Yeah, okay.
So he's ripping it up. Stanton, I think, can continue his good run this week. He's ranked as the second highest Dream Team scorer in the comp. So, look, he's just ripping it to bits, and he's obviously enjoyed Goddard being there because he's way off the pace of being tagged.
And I've been pretty pumped. That's one of my really good
It's
picks this
one of the
year.
best picks we've ever done.
And I think a lot of people wrote him off very early too. But now he comes into this contention as a captain guy because he's a different player. Like, we knew he could score well, but
I know.
now he's pretty consistent.
What on earth could have made someone all of a sudden so much better? It's just amazing. I don't know how he could have just miraculously got this.
I don't know how he's got better, and I don't know why Heppell's got.
What
so
is he?
good
About
either.
8th year breakout?
He's just gone nuts.
Well done, Stance.
I'll tell you one thing though. A lot of people are going, well, I'm looking at Job and Stanton because they play GWS. Do you know Stanton had on GWS last year? A team that you think he'd go into.
They took it real easy. I remember watching it. Yeah.
You think he'd go pig mode?
Yeah.
He scored 93. He had 27 at half time.
Him and Watson were both smaller than I thought.
Watto had 91.
Yeah.
But 27 at half time from Stanton. He would have looked at his little Dream Team clicker on his watch and he would have gone, holy hat, he got 41 in the last quarter.
He'll do that.
To bump it. Oh, he's one of the best at it. Let's talk piggeries, all right? Piggery. Swanee, third highest ranking player in Dream Team. Slowly getting to the top.
Yep.
Right? Stick with him. He had 120 and 130 in his last 2 games. Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, and look, last year against St Kilda, he had a 120, which was with 31 touches. Before that, 137, 83, forget that one. 141, 138, 112. He he smashes them because the tags of a guy like Clinton Jones and even a guy like Armitage who does the odd job will go to Pendles straight up. And geez, I don't think they're going to go to Swanee. But even if they do, he's going to smash these guys to bits. Because last year Clinton Jones, remember who he went to?
No.
Beamsy.
Oh, I should have read your article.
Yeah, you
I
should
did.
have read it.
I did know that.
He went to Beamsy, and Beamsy had 119 on him.
Yeah.
So
Beamer does that though. I used to have him.
I used to have him too.
Yeah,
Right?
it was wicked.
But Clinton Jones isn't doing. Clinton Jones, I think, from what I've seen of him, rates himself a bit more of a player now.
He's trying to do like a Kane Corns.
Yeah, and even
He wants
or
to
a
rack up.
Carazzo.
Yeah.
He wants to sort of run with, but clock up.
Knock him. He's part of his defence is burning him going the other way.
Not like he used to be.
No, not at all.
He
like
used to be a dirty little prick.
Likes getting his hands on the pill
Yeah,
now.
he was a knob. Just
Angry
like
head
Crowley.
all the time as well.
Yep. He
Yeah.
just
Angry
hated it.
white head that
So
went red.
it's pretty much of a no-brainer. Swanee, and the reason you've got to go Swanee this week is because he hasn't done us wrong yet.
Right.
There's no reason for us to take him off him. Right?
I wouldn't.
No. I'll give you one question to ask the pig before we go, and the pig will answer it. Go.
Pig, should we be locking you in as captain this week?
What are you going to score? I'm going to score through the roof.
No, no, that was a 104.
Oh. Oh, get your act together. Okay.
So the pig is locked in. All right. So this is what your top 5 looks like there, Calvin.
And
Stevie-
don't be confused with the way Swanee looks there. He's not shocked that he's on the top. He's just a little bit surprised that the other Muppets are there.
He's surprised
He
you
is.
put anyone else
Well, he
there.
was like, where's Daylight? He should have Daylight 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th, and maybe Ablett in 6th. So, look, yeah, great list though. Good graphic. Handy paint shot work.
Yeah, good work, Calvin.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's get into the next bit.
All right. Some of these questions, I doubt whether these people still want them answered because they were probably a couple of before the carnage. Caleb wants to know: is it now time to jump off the Hoff, and who do you trade him to?
If you can, do it.
Yeah.
Like Stevie J makes you $300. If you've got none of this other backline
Yeah.
crap, well, bloody hell, get on.
You don't sit at number 5 on Calvin's captains for nothing.
No.
Right? So,
No.
if you can go straight to Stevie, you do it this week.
Definitely.
Yeah, before all the backline carnage, I was actually moving him to my midfield, making him Mark Murphy.
Nice.
If you can do that sort of jazz,
Yeah.
And that's something probably a little bit underrated that a lot of people don't think about enough is that there's lots of dual position magic
There
stuff
is.
that you can do and really have a look at that because it could fix your team a
Yeah.
fair bit, especially with guys like Gibbs and Goods at the moment.
Definitely.
They could really, you could use a bit of that going on there.
This one's really relevant now, even though it was done pre-carnage. Hartlett, this is from Craig. Hartlett, Heath Shaw or Scotland?
Scotland is coming up in a good run of games.
An unbelievable run of games. Hasn't knocked up 100 yet in his first 3.
No, but we all know he's capable of it. He is getting a little bit old. That's been going through my head a little bit.
So am I, dog.
You are,
Right.
but you're not
I'm
losing
on
anything.
Scotland this week. I'm
Yeah.
jumping on. If you look at his scores, look, he started with like an 81.
Yeah.
He's gone
Easing
91,
into
92. He's growing.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get 150 next week, oh,
150. We're going to have a line bet on that.
no, we won't have a lineup. Listen, he's going to smash Melbourne to bits.
He will.
Yeah.
And over the next 6 weeks, he's going to average well over 100.
Right.
I'm penciling him in for a 105 to 110 for the next 6 weeks.
That makes him good because Heath Shaw is massively on my radar and he's a bit cheaper and it might
Yep.
help a lot of people. Heath Shaw isn't a bad option to be getting in, I don't think. Got to go with the roller coaster. He's a prick of a pick at times.
Yeah.
But I think if you have him locked in there for however long, that you're going to probably get your 90 average from
At the
him.
end of the day.
What's the deal? Heath's played 4 games because he's
He had a good 100 last week.
He's scored 100 in half his games.
Yeah,
Exactly
I
half
think
his
he's
games.
at over 200s but 260s.
That's
But
Heath.
that's Heath Shaw.
That's
Heath Shaw.
That's a
There's
system
an
for
80.
Heater.
I
Yep.
think he can turn that into a 90.
Okay. Especially with their backline
Yep.
carnage with the Collingwood, he might link up
For
a bit
sure,
more.
and a game like St Kilda, we should be rewarded handsomely this week if you do pick him. You'd think because he'll bounce around that back line. He'll run forward. He'll waddle forward. I mean, that's what it'll look like.
He is open to a tag though. He's open to one of those back tags that Birch got last week. So just
Will secure to do that to him?
Yep.
You reckon?
No. I don't know.
Oh well, yeah.
All right. Zach wants to know: is there any rookies that we think you should jump on this week, like Laird?
He's dropped.
He got dropped, didn't he?
Well, injured. Yeah.
Injured.
Yeah, same thing.
Kerridge, Paparone, and even that Sirikowski.
Mm-hmm.
The only rookie I'm looking at this week is our boy, Jesse
Yes.
Lonergan. Now, you can't jump on him first round, but if you're ever going to jump someone first round...
I don't think he's going to cop a vest either, is he?
No, he's too good.
He's too good. He's too much of a man. You pay a little bit more for him, but he's going to be worth every cent of that.
Bloody oath he will.
Honestly, a really good trade coming up next week or the week after would be going Jagerbomb down to him. I reckon that is just almost like not so much a no-brainer.
Well, I'll be doing Whitfield to him next week.
That
as long
helps
as
you, yeah.
I've got one for you though. I guess a lot of people this week are tossing up between Paparone and Kerridge.
Pepperoni,
is it?
Yeah.
On your pizza. Right. So out of those two, which one would you go for?
Same again.
Kerridge all the way for
Kerridge
me.
or Paparone?
Kerridge, I think, has got a good role in the team.
Same.
But it's not good for Dream Team.
It's not, but he's there.
He's there, and that's...
Brisbane, the Pepperoni type players, they go in and out.
And
They're on a
Vossi's
revolving door.
like that too. I think, Kerridge for job security, as long as he sits there as your 7th or 8th forward all the time.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go. Very important, he said.
He did stress
Should I trade Fife? Who is the best option? Now, you may have to keep Fife at the moment because your trades may be needed elsewhere and you've probably got cover in that forward or mid spot, wherever you've got him sitting. If you have the luxury of trading Fife, I have noticed some players that are in that area. I think the ones you should look at, your boy from Freo.
Yeah, Barlow. Well, I've been frustrated.
I think you're about to be rewarded.
Happy that he's been okay. Not anything for me to go, oh shit, I need to trade him out. Last week rewarded me, 120 odd.
Yeah.
So that was good. But you got to take the good with the bad, but I think he might be ready to go.
I think he's ready to go.
Ready to go.
Selwood. Geelong Selwood. He is sitting under, 500,000 at the moment. So he's a bargain. I'd look at him.
And you don't get him for that.
No.
This cheap all the time.
No.
This is the beauty of this time of the season with the way the magic number works. Our premiums do drop, and so he's a good one.
He is a good one. Do you want to hear a random one?
Yeah.
And if it meant getting you enough money just to get to someone else better.
I think I know who you're going to say.
Do you?
Is his initials, is his first name start with B?
Oh, unfortunately, yes.
And his last name starts with M?
Yeah.
Does he rhyme with cock?
No.
Brock?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
I was like, Cock McLean. It's not a McLean cock. It's what? So Brock McLean, he has 300s in a row. He had an awful first game, got vested for it for his bad second game.
Yep.
He has gone bang, bang, bang. And if you look at the way he finished last year, I think that might actually trick a lot of people into getting him because he probably went 9 out of 10 hundreds. He plays Melbourne. Do you know, he plays St Kilda after Melbourne. Do you know what he scored versus them? I was going to say Piggott over 140.
Ooh.
And then he's got those other easy boys. It's a very interesting option.
Am I right in being told that didn't he play centre-half forward or something last week?
People are saying that, but I was also at the ground watching him all over the ground, getting a kick.
So they might have just seen him sitting at centre-half forward.
I recken.
And then he ran.
He racked up 30. You don't
Someone saw him there for a second.
Not many centre-half forwards rack up 30 touches.
No, they don't.
2 or 3 weeks in a row. Well, he can, but he's awesome. All right, that's about it for those ones.
That's good.
Yeah,
good tweets there. So this week is going to be huge. What are we going to do? Because both your trades going to be in the back line this week, Calvinator.
I am going to. I've got a little bit of money in the bank. At this point, I plan on dumping either Dwyer or Need to either Paparone or Kerridge.
Right.
Okay. Gives me enough money to turn Goods, who's out for 2 weeks, into another premium backman, and it's going to be Scotland. I'm going Scotland for the easy draw. I think he's going to as I said.
Who goes up to him, sorry? Goods?
Goods.
Right, yep.
So it turns a guy who I started as a rookie now into a primo. So a bad situation, I'm trying to make good.
Does that mean you do not have any bench cover this week?
That is correct.
Right.
No bench cover in my back line.
Yep. Interesting, just wanted to know that.
No worries,
Right.
Dom. You got something up your sleeve, do you?
No, I'm just wondering for a lot of people, will people have bench cover? Because you're only doing one backline trade.
I think if you've got bench cover this week, you might as well go buy yourself a lotto ticket. That's an absolute luxury if you've got that this week. And good on you. But there's not many teams that are going to have backline cover.
No. I tried to. I only had a chance to have a quick play around with my team to see how I could try to get rid of donuts, but also still make my team look half decent. The option I went for, and I got a bit tricky here. I tried to go Whitfield out, sub Gibbs into my midfield where I had bench cover, and then turn Goods into Hartlett, and there would have been another little tweak in there. Bit of Sirikowski, bit of Sirikowski action as well in the back line. Would have covered all donuts and made my team better. I would have kept Gibbs and Heppell, but I have fallen just short of that. So fell 17,000 short. So I'm back to the drawing board, but I'm going to mix and match with that rotation in mind, trying to get the most money I can because Whitfield's expensive.
Yep. I've got 4 defenders out this week. So I've got the Heppell, the Gibbs, so 2 premiums there. Then I've got Goods and Pittard.
Yeah, same as me.
So pretty much I have to go on pull 2 trades, definitely, and they definitely need to be backline ones because I'm not going to go and wear a donut. So my thoughts are that 1 has to be a premium, 1 I'm going to upgrade Goods because... but I've got 150 grand in the bank. That's been part of my strategy there. I've been playing 3 rookies on the ground, so do a bit of an upgrade. So where that's sitting, I've gone through that many different combos in the last few days trying to work out who it is. Could be someone like a Grimes and Heath short because I'm trying to keep in my mind the buys as well because a lot of these guys are all coming from the round 13 buy,
correct,
and that's looking like trouble. For my side. So, Grimes is there. I even thought about Nick Malcheski, who's been really, really good. Like, have you looked at his numbers? He's been sensational. But, so that's where I'm going to go. Hopefully 2 good premiums. It's not going to be a Birch, I don't think. And I'm just going to have to keep writing my thoughts that the Port Adelaide bubble's going to burst at some stage soon. But Hartlett is a jet. I'd like to be getting him in there. Yeah, he's been good. So... my 2 trades will be in there. I reckon a lot of people will be in that same boat, but we just all have to really think about what's going to be best for your side and think about the future. So thinking about the buys, if that helps you, and don't just think, oh, he had a good score last week, he's playing this shit team this week, he'll be fine. Think a couple of weeks ahead because our plans never go to work. You boys would have loved to have got rid of Westhoff this week for Stevie J, but
and Cloak.
Yeah, and that's not going to happen. So, worries like that. So think about it. Keep working hard. There's lots of places that you can talk about on our website. Yeah. There's heaps going on there. So do that. Big trade articles happening on Friday. So always get on there, get some advice, and give advice to other people as well. Very important thing. Before we go, we've got one little thing that we've got to do. Our little header at the top of our website was made by this guy called Matt Pike. Oh, yeah. He's an absolute legend. He's from Adelaide. And what he does, apart from making awesome graphics for our website at the top there, that looked brilliant, he also is a bit of a novelist. Is that what you call them? Or a writer? An author.
A novelist.
A novelist. He's a novelist.
It's a novel idea.
He wrote a novel. You can get that. You can buy it. There's details on our website how to do it. But here's a little bit of a trailer that him and his mates put together for it. A novelist. Here's the trailer.
We asked the marketing department to pitch Matt J. Pike's new book, Kings of the World. Oh, here's what they came up with.
The galaxy is on the brink of war, and only 4 dysfunctional, hormone-driven teenagers from Earth stand in its way. God help us all. It does for sci-fi what Stand By Me did for pleasant strolls in the woods. It's like Citizen Kane, with aliens and spaceships and guns. Lots of kick-ass guns.
All the way, I'm going.
And when the boys have a bet to see who's the first Earthling to get lucky with an alien woman, especially when wakes up the next morning to realize and talk about awkward and Citizen Kane. Okay, the Citizen Kane references might be a bit of a stretch. If we just say Rosebud for no apparent reason, it'll tie everything together nicely. Rosebud. Oh, and Kings of the World get scary. Real scary. But remember, in space, no one can hear you shout. That's right, isn't it? That's the saying. Because reverberations don't have any atmosphere to travel through. Could you still smell it, though? Probably not. You'd probably get away with it.
We fired the marketing department. Sorry you had to find out like this, Tony. Clear your desk.
No.
Alrighty, so that is the fantastic book there that you can go and download. There are lots of, you can find out all the information on our website and all that. Go and get it. If you're a DT Talk fan, you can put in a code. It will only cost you $2.99. $3. It's bloody cheap. And you can get that. Yeah, you can get that on your iPad or whatever. So get on it. Good one for all DT fans, and have a bit of a read of what Matt said on the site there too. He's a very funny man. So get on board.
Cool.
You spend more on porn than $2.99. Anyway, what about Workwear Hub? Don't forget the competition we talked about at the start. You've got to have the hashtag DT headline, and you also got to include at DT Talk and at Workwear Hub. Look, great comp. Make sure you get your headlines in to win that wicked coat? Was it coat or jacket?
It's a jacket.
It's a jacket. Same
Oh my
thing.
God, words, boys, words.
Novelist. I reckon we've had enough.
G'day, Poke, Chop. They're at home. They just wanted a little shout out.
Hey boys, Chop's at home, is he? Why isn't he here? Look at him.
He wanted a beer with the Poke train.
Hey Chop.
I had a few players for him to chop this week too.
Yeah.
Next week there'll be a chopper.
All right. Good luck this week.
See ya.